In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Gladiator games. Fight for glory. Fight for survival.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house, and it looks like I've got Jason, the founder of Gladiator Games, in here as well. How'd you sneak in there, Jason? How'd you sneak in?
I don't know. It appeared somehow. I clicked on it, and here we are.
It's the power of the Emperor. The power of the Emperor is here. Great to have you on, Jason. And we're going to have a really fun show. We're going to be looking into some of the tricks of the game, as it were, the tricks and tips of the game, which is going to be really fun. And I know Jason he's basically designed the whole thing, so he should know the ultimate path to greatness. So we're going to get into that. The other thing, of course, is Tournament 5 is coming up, which is exciting, Jason. How much in the prizes for that?
Yeah, so the prizes total to about $1,400.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 1,360 for the Generation 2 bracket and $30 for the Generation 1 bracket. So it's a lot of money.
And that's up about 80% on last week. So that's huge. What a huge jump.
Yeah, we're doing well. You know, people are loving the game, playing the game. Things are going well.
Well, I guess we should get a few of the socials out and spread the word around. So let's do that now. So if you haven't posted, I've posted in a couple of telegrams. So obviously live on X right now. If you're on, we're going to post it here in good old YouTube. So if you guys want to post the show around on X, really helps a lot. So let me just post that out in the chats there before we get into all the tips and tricks for Gladiator games. And so let me just post this out here. Let's see here. Share show on X. And this is our second live stream today. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to this show in particular for some time, Jason.
Awesome. Yeah, this is going to be fun. It's always fun playing this game.
So that's the link there on X. If you guys can just take a moment to hit the repost button and share it around, that would be really, really, really cool. And of course, one thing I always said, Jason, he's like doing it all the time now. It's crazy. But it's sharing the socials, right? Sharing the social, getting in on the socials, and of course, get in there, folks, in the Gladiator games. It's such a great atmosphere in there. Everyone's so positive and so supportive, and everyone wants to play games, have fun, and make potentially some mad earnings as well in crypto, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the competition is fierce. So, bring your A game. People are having a lot of fun and playing a lot and getting pretty good, and just takes a little bit of practice, but you'll get there. It's a lot of fun.
It sure is. All right, let me just close some stuff down and open some stuff up here. So I think we're live on X, and just repost the show. That's all I can say about that. And let's get this thing humming I haven't streamed at this time of day. I think we get all the British opening waking up about now, somewhere about there. It's got to be pretty close. What time is it over in the UK? London. It is 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, so we've probably got some 5:40 almost in the morning. Probably got some people up and ready. Probably stuck in the traffic to London or something. Don't have like 3-hour traffic delays or something. Yeah. What time is it in New York? It's currently 12:30 in the morning in New York, and then in I guess Los Angeles it is 9:45 in the evening, and there. And for those in Japan and Tokyo, I got that too. It is 1:30 this afternoon, so it's only about 4 hours behind us. But the rest of everywhere else is pretty far behind. All right, so I'm in New Zealand at the bottom of the world, and Jason's in the United States. Is it right at the top of the world? Almost.
That is true. I am. I'm right in the center of the U.S. So
yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some of the tips and tricks. Now, I've been wanting to do this for some time, Jason, because there's tournaments. So I think I'm just going to close a few things down here and move to the page here that we're showing on the screen, which is the store actually. So we're on the store right now, which is pretty fantastic. But we'll come back to that in a minute. But I want to go to tournaments where a lot of the action is right now. And I was just wondering whether you could just talk a little bit, break down through these prize pools before we get into the tips and tricks, I should say, on how to win some of this stuff.
Yeah. So first place is $400. That's pretty good. Pulse chains. I don't know of many places where you can just play the game and win $400. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Second place is $300. Third place is $200. Fourth and fifth is $100. Sixth through ninth is $50. 10th through 15th place gets $10. And then 16th through 25th get legendary gear. That's for our Generation 2 bracket. We have two brackets. That's the Generation 2, and then the other one is Generation 1. Our first place player gets $15. Second place gets $10, and third place gets $5. Fourth through 10th get legendary gear. We ran 3 tournaments with our Generation 1 bracket, and now we are running 3 tournaments with our Generation 2 bracket as the main bracket. So we have this upcoming weekend and the following weekend. These will also be our Generation 2 brackets, will be the main ones. But then after that, we're moving on to Generation 3. And so basically you can breed your gladiators and create new generations. And so as the game progresses, the tournaments will progress as well with the gladiators.
Okay, fantastic. Now, let's talk a little bit about those prizes, because I'm not aware of anything else on Pulse Chain right now that's giving people the chance to win $1,400, or at least part of that prize for sure.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, I actually was talking to somebody the past couple of days who was trading around in pump tires and trading on Binance, and they won some money, but then they actually lost more than they won. So, I mean, look, you can trade around if you want to, or you can just play this game, make money playing the game. As more and more people come in and play the game, the prizes are going to get larger and larger, and so there's going to be a lot more opportunity here. So, I mean, if you want to trade around and try and make a quick buck, have fun, but most people lose. I mean, I think the numbers are like 85% of people lose trying to do that. Whereas with this game, you can actually make real money. So, and as we play, as the game continues, we'll be accumulating Rome as well. So people will be accumulating Rome. The game will be accumulating Rome. We'll be looking to probably add to liquidity, maybe with Peacock, or somebody else, X Games maybe. So, I mean, this is a real opportunity here. It's not, Fugazi, like, hey man, this guy made $1 million trading this coin on BNB. You can do it too. And in reality, you really can't. I mean, maybe you can make a little, but you lose a little too. So it's just frustrating. I mean, I've been there. I've done that. But with this game, you can actually make real money. Like, this is real. This is legitimate. So, bring your energy here. Stop wasting it on these other things.
Yep. Yeah, I've been waiting for a game that's just up and running and it's exciting. It's got chance to play to earn crypto if you upgrade your players and all that, which we're going to talk about today. It's exciting to see Gladiator games here. So big thanks for building it. It's really exciting. I know a lot of the community's really getting excited. More and more people are hearing about it very, very quickly. So it's very exciting. Everyone that's here right now is an OG, really. And so you can join up today with Gladiator Games. Now, you'll see something with the link that I got there in the chat and on X underneath the live stream. You can join up to that today, and I would really take the moment to join up right now during the live stream and get into it as well. And then join Telegram, of course, also to get part of the community. That's really something you should do straight out of the gate. But you can see there's a referral on here. Tell us a little about this, because it's brand new, right? Referrals.
Yes. So we now have a referral system. So all you have to do is create an account, get the referral link. It's in your player management window.
Let's go to that. So it's in the player window here. Just click on the gold, don't you? And then scroll down. And there's your referral right there. It is.
Yeah. So you can copy the link and share that with people. You can also use the QR code. Both of them will link people to Gladiator games, and it will create a referral account with your player ID. So you have to create an account, but then once you create an account, then it will work perfectly fine. So just spread it around, and the more people that you can get to actually come and play the game, the more money you can make. So it's not if somebody comes and creates an account, you get money. It's they have to come into the game and play the game, be a part of the game. And as they spend money, which they would normally do if they're actually interested in playing the game, a lot of that money would go to Gladiator games. But now we're going to split off a percentage of that money to whoever is referring people. And so, that could turn into some serious money. I mean, if you're able to refer 1, 5, 10, 50 people, so you get part of the tournament money. So every weekend for each person that you have that joins the tournament, that's like $3 or $2, and that's just one person and just the tournament. There's a lot of other ways that people spend money in this game, like in the store, like we were just looking at, and you get fees from all of this.
Oh, so everything. Yeah, that's where I was wanting to get to was, so no matter what people are doing, whether they're playing around in the economy, if there's any place that they might be spending gold, you get a little cut, do you? Is that the way it works?
Yeah. When they spend gold, you get a little cut.
So if you're in the market buying and selling, is there anything like that? Like we're in the market right now.
If somebody buys an item from one of the people that you've referred, they get the gold, but then a little cut of that will go to you. And this is, by the way, this is for 1 month. So you get all of the money that they spend, you get a part of that as your referral for 1 month. So if they sell something in the market for $1 million gold, which is $1 million PLS, you get 5% of that.
Okay. So basically anything they're doing in the economy that spends gold. So if you were, I don't know what's happened with my UI here actually at the moment. I'm not sure. Might have to do a refresh there.
Yeah, try to refresh.
Yeah. All right. There we go. And so if people are going to upgrade, so they spend 100,000 gold, which is 100,000 pulse equivalent, to buy a lumber mill, and so they can get lumber constantly flowing. That's they get a cut.
Yep.
At least for the first month that you bring on somebody new, right? So,
yes, for 1 month you get get 5% of all of the gold that they spend in the game.
Okay, cool. 5%. So there we go, folks. That is breaking news today, pretty much. I think that came out earlier this morning, right? Earlier today.
It did. Yeah. It's hours old, not days.
And people love bringing on their friends. Obviously, referrals are a good way of encouraging people. So it's pretty exciting. And we know that it's a pretty popular feature. So pretty awesome. So there's markets, definitely assets. The store, you can spend gold in the store, and I think you've got this Fury Forge. You spend gold on that, don't you? You can do anyway.
Yeah,
That's one of the two payment
600,000
options in gold, which is pretty cool. So there's lots of different avenues. Obviously, the battles have gold, so people fight for gold in the battles. People in the tournament, obviously the tournaments here, which we're going to get into, is also people spend gold on that, a lot of gold actually, and it's 300,000 gold to entry that. So for Generation 1, it's 200,000. 300,000 gold for Generation 2. Pretty exciting. So the next month, guys, definitely join up today and get your referral code, and of course set up your own players and start playing. That's probably the main thing. It is a game after all. Game, and play to win. All right, so that is kind of cool. Covered that. Let's get into some of the tips and tricks here. So we've talked about the prizes. It's pretty amazing. Up 80% on last weekend. And of course, the more people that join and play, the bigger the prizes arguably will get over time, all things equal. At the moment, we've got a flood. So the tournament numbers are also increasing. So we've got the tournaments for the weekend. The Battle for Glory this time, tournament number 5. We've already got 9 people registered already, and we've still got a day and 17 hours to go until that starts. And you can actually register during the fight as well, right?
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome. We've also got, so this is where you go. If you want to come here, you have to get a Generation 2 fighter, which I haven't got any on at the moment because they're all on quests right now. But if you had one, you could do that, and then it will deduct the 300,000 gold, and you'll be registered, and you can join all the early people. There's already 9 people here getting ready for the tournament, so it's pretty exciting. And there's also Generation 1, so I could use one of these generations and then register for 200,000 gold, and I can join in for that as well. No one's joined that yet, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of people there by the time we get to start. So pretty awesome, and the prizes are epic, absolutely epic on Pulse Chain. And Pulse Chain obviously down a little bit at the moment, and this is one of the pick-me-ups, I think. Pick-me-up games because of the huge prizes that people can win. So let's talk about how they might be able to do that with the tips and tricks. So one of the things, of course, when you join up, you join a wallet, get always a DGN wallet, is always to say, put a bit of Pulse in it, come to your gold, and then buy gold with your Pulse. And you can do 100,000 or 1 million at a time, etc. like that, isn't it, Jason? So to onboard. Yep. So once you got gold in the game, you're ready to play, and you can come over to Gladiators, and that's the next thing you want to do. So get your wallet, put some Pulse in it, buy some gold, and then you can click off that button and go to Gladiators, and that's where you can create a free Gladiator, right? So you can do that, and you can see I've got quite a few Gladiators here, and of course normally you're going to start on Generation 1, and you create a Gladiator. There are 4 types of Gladiators. So you just choose the different types. This one here, Mamillo, has a large shield and sword, and it gives you 6 different pictures or options you can choose for your avatar that's going to be fighting in the game, both males and females, and that's very important for breeding the next generation of gladiators. So that's something else. You can put your name in, and you can also put a description in there, and click create, and there's your player. Now you can see, obviously, I've got quite a few Generation 1 gladiators already. And one of the tips, I think, to start off with is that you want to make probably Generation at least 12 gladiators. Would you say, Jason?
To have So you want your at least one male and female so you can breed and create the next generation, kind of start your bloodline. But then 10 more so you can send them out on quests so you can get plenty of materials for crafting.
Yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3. These are all Generation 1 gladiators. That's where you start. I've made all of these. So I went up to the top here, click create, and I made all of these, right? And I choose different types of fighters, some with swords and shields, some with 2 swords, etc. And I came down here. This one here's got a trident and a net. This one's got a spear and a shield. So those are the 4 different types. And I've got 10 of those, and I've sent those all 10 of them. I go to the economy and I send them on quests because I want resources, right? So that's one of the little tips that you can do. Make 10 of them and send them on all the 10 different quests at a time. And you can make some pretty nice resources. And those resources are going to be important because why, Jason? Why are they important?
For crafting.
Crafting.
You use those resources for crafting.
Yeah, yeah.
The better gear you have, the better your odds are in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible to beat somebody that has better gear than you, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But having better gear matters, and you need to have the best gear that you can in order to be competitive in the battles. And I mean, you can win a pretty good amount of money from the battles, so you should probably try your best. Bring your best.
Absolutely. So the tip for this one is once you've created your gladiators, create at least 10 of them that you can send them out on quests, and they've got your resources. And once you've got those resources, you can claim them every 3 hours. You can put them back on the quests, all 10 of them, and then claim a whole variety of different resources, and they're all different. So every different quest has got different resources from iron to hides to cloth to lumber. Really is, and you're going to get some sort of random number in there, aren't you, Jason, on that one?
Yeah, and I'll say a little tip. Me personally, I prefer to buy assets and to stake Rome because I don't have to keep an eye on what's going on, like the quests. You have to actually claim them every 3 hours, which is great if you're trying to not spend like tons of money on the game so that you can earn money by playing the game.
Yeah.
That's great for quests. And also when fighting the AI, you can earn materials fighting the AI. So if you're trying to be cautious about how you do things, use those strategies. Me personally, I like to buy the assets and I like to stake Rome because you actually get more materials doing it that way.
Right.
And you don't have to, be actively doing something. It's kind of personal preference, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. So
this is one of the tips anyway, is you can get 10 gladiators and you can put them into the quests and you can earn resources every 3 hours. And if you're a real gamer, you can, keep putting them back every 3 hours, earning those resources, take them away and go to crafting. And then you can craft all sorts of things, materials, weapons, shields, helmets, shoulders, chest plates, all the things you're going to need for your gladiator. And what does your gladiator need? Well, you come down to one of your gladiators. I've got my 10 generation ones. And then I've got 2 special ones. I've got a female, and she's very strong. So it's very strong there. And I got a male, and he's very strong as well, relatively speaking. And when you go into them, you're going to have 12 different slots, and that's what you need to equip your gladiator. So I think your gladiator needs some weapons if he's going to perform really well, or she's going to perform really well. And so you got to get your weapons, and each weapon, there are 5 different qualities. So you've really got to trying to get as best gear as you can in terms of quality, and also with different qualities within that. So defense, speed, agility, things like that. So the more you can optimize, the bigger, the stronger your player will be. And then of course, once you add your skill into play, you a good chance of winning some pretty cool prizes as well. So that's some of the cool stuff there. Now, that's the first sort of tip that we're going to do is you can do that. Now, if you're really avid. Now, as Jason was saying, you can go and just buy. So you can use gold, which is basically, you have to get gold, you need to use pulse. And you can upgrade your mine. You can buy some mines or buy a lumber mill. You want to break us down a little bit about this in terms of just sitting back and letting it just continue to give you rewards?
Yeah, sure. So your iron mine produces iron. Iron you use to craft the highest level of gear. So your iron mine is very important. So there's 2 options there. So first of all, you have to buy the iron mine, but then after that, you can upgrade the tier and the size. So the size, obviously, the bigger the size, the more iron it'll produce. But then the tier, the thing that I really like about this is I upgraded the size of my iron mine to a decent size, like 6 or 7, something like that, and it produces a good amount of iron now. And I did that when we were still using Generation 1 Gladiators because I only had to have the Tier 1 iron mine. And then once we move on to Generation 2 Gladiators, I didn't have to spend any more money to buy an iron mine or to upgrade the size. All I had to do was spend money one time to upgrade the tier, and then now it just produces a lot of iron for me. So I like that a lot. It works out really nice. But then, so that's the iron mine. There's the lumber mill. You need lumber in order to construct, spears. I think tridents. You need lumber to construct that. The cattle ranch produces beef and hides.
Mm-hmm.
With beef, you can produce food. You can craft food. You craft steak with beef.
That's very important, right? In the battles, and very important.
Yes, it's very important. Yeah, if you don't have food in the battles, you are not going to win. So
yeah.
You need to have that. And then
hides. It heals you, doesn't it? Heals your gladiator in the battle when it gets wounded.
It does, yeah. It depends on the generation and tier. Mm-hmm. So for a Generation 1 gladiator, they use a Tier 1 stake, and that heals them for 25,000 health. A Generation 2 gladiator can use either a Tier 1 or a Tier 2 stake. If you use Tier 2, it'll heal you for 50,000 health.
Okay, cool.
So, really, and then down below is the farm. There you can use, or that produces grain and cotton. Grain you use to produce bread, which is food in the battle, which heals you. And then cotton you use to craft armor, but also to craft bandages. Right. Bandages you use in the battle to reduce the bleed damage that you're taking from the opponent. So there's basically two types of damage in the battles. There's straight on kinetic damage, and then there's bleed damage, which is damage over time. Okay. And so bandages reduce the bleed damage that you take.
Okay, fantastic. Now I happen to have a bit of iron to claim, so I might as well click the claim button.
Yeah,
there we go. And it's going to start making more iron there. So that's one that you can just sit back and let it do it. I love it. It just come in and claim all the time. Then the other one, of course, was you talked about staking now, which is a brand new too. That's only been around for a few days, and I have to say, this is the slave market. Ouchie, the slaves in Rome. Of course, that was a reality at the time, and here you can use the slave market to get you a number of resources. You want to break that down? This is all
sure. So the Romans were equal opportunity enslavers. They enslaved everybody. It didn't matter who they were. They even enslaved other Latins, if the time was right. So it was everybody. This is staking. There you can choose your tier here as well, just like we were going over with the assets. All you do is you just buy Rome and you deposit. There's a button, those three buttons down in the middle of the card that will tell you've got deposit. So you choose the amount of Rome that you want to stake.
Now let me see if I can do some now. I'll try and do some now.
Yeah.
Should be okay.
We have our fancy little, I don't know, Rome communicator thing. I don't know. I built that not long ago when I made some pretty massive upgrades to security.
Yep. So it's ticking along there, just putting the Rome in.
Yep, just waiting on the blockchain. That's all that is. People should know, do not refresh the page while you're waiting for your gold. So if you buy gold and you're waiting, what's going on is it's waiting for the blockchain to confirm. It's not the application itself. It's waiting for the blockchain. Same thing with Rome, like we were just seeing. It's waiting for the blockchain to finalize that transaction, and the application, this game, it's waiting for that communication. So don't refresh the page while that's going on. Just let it do its thing, and it'll process. You just got to give it a minute.
So there we go. We've got 350,000 Rome staked there, and we'll start earning some iron, which is kind of cool. And it can stake.
And if you want to withdraw, you just click the withdraw button. It'll send it to you. I pay the gas fees.
Sure.
It's
iron, there's lumber and beef. There's hides, grain, and cotton. So you've got them all separated out here, and you can stake in each of them at different tiers, depending on which tier you're on. We're on tier 2 mostly, you can get resources easily. Just sit back and relax, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and this is the best way to gain materials, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So every 3 weeks we move from to the next generation, and so the tournament, the majority of the money will be devoted towards the most up to date generation.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's 2. Next weekend it'll be 2, but then after that it'll be 3.
Okay.
Staking is the best way to get your Gladiator geared up each time we move to the next generation.
Okay.
It's the best way to do it. So
yeah, and Rome's pretty friendly price right now. So if you want to pick up tons of Rome, it's really easy to do. So get out there, folks. Check out Rome token. Now let's jump away from there. So you've got quests and assets and staking can all earn you resources that you're going to need, and then you can take them to crafting, right? And then you can start turning your I've got some beef here. I can turn it into stake level 2. So you do have level 1, tier 1 and tier 2, which I've just done. I'm going to need that for battles. Bread there. I've also got tier 2, so I'm going to turn that into food that I'm going to need for the battles. I've also got some cloth, and you can use cloth for bandages, which you can need in the battle, but also for clothes and stuff that you're going to wear on the battlefield too. But I've kind of got the things I need. So I'm going to turn all that into cloth. And so when I go to cloth, I can then go to bandages, and I've got all that cloth now, and I can turn that all into bandages if I want, and that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, some of these other items down here also use cloth, don't they? Like this shirt, I think.
yeah,
ends cloth here. So I've got
and
tier 1 cloth. So
the idea behind that is, we want the game to be like pretty realistic. I mean, it's a video game, so we're going to have some fun with it, but we want it to be kind of realistic. And so normally, under your plate armor, you would have some sort of cloth in between that and your skin. So you have shirt, pants, and socks.
Yeah, so this is all the stuff you're going to need to equip your warrior, and there's different types, of course, different materials. Wood gauntlets, which are gloves, basically. There's chainmail gauntlets, and then there's plate gauntlets as well. So everyone's kind of after the plate stuff, generally speaking, but you can also kit out with the other items as well. There's pants, which requires cloth. So each of them, you just click on them, you'll see what they require in terms of leather or whatever they need. Plate leggings need iron, and of course I've run out. I don't have enough iron here at the moment, so I'm gonna have to go and do some of those things. Quests, assets, buy assets or staking. But I can also go to Gladiators, and I can also do, if I'm really active, want to do some stuff, I can also fight AI, and that will get me resources too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can fight the AI, and right now there's only one mode when fighting the AI, which is basically fighting your clone. But once we get some other things in place, like for example the Legion system, and then also the Roman Senate, and maybe a few other things. Once we get some other things in place, we're going to add a lot more functionality with fighting against AI. There's going to be some fun stuff, like you'll be able to fight a pack of lions or something, or
I love that. Yeah.
We're also going to add some multiplayer functionality with fighting against the AI. You'll be able to fight with friends against AI opponents, or against one really strong AI opponent. So there's some really cool things that we're going to do with that. It's just, there's some other things that we're going to do first.
Yeah, cool. All right, so, but I mean, for fighting AI, that's what I used to train up. That's what got me from, Butterfingers beginner to sort of middle of the pack now, was doing the AI fights. In fact, I think my skills are actually right up there with the top guys, but, my armor's not quite as impenetrable yet, but it's getting there. And I've got a lot of equipping to do overnight. So, I can, if you're out there and you're new to the game, you can identify with me because I'm the ones climbing the ranks. I'm climbing the ranks, which is kind of cool.
I can identify with you because, I created this thing and I never really had to fight against anybody else when I was building it. So I was like, I think I'm good. I can beat the AI. I'm good. But then when other people started playing, I started getting my butt kicked. I was like, oh, that's not good. I need to try harder.
So I guess the first tip there really is now I've got Gladiator 2 Gladiators as well, so I've changed my filter there. I've got my Gladiators. This is my main character I'll be using for the tournament this weekend, which is Galactus. So everyone who's seen the movie lately knows Galactus, and in this case it's a female Galactus, but she's got a shield and spear, and she's going to be pretty awesome. I don't want to give away too much
about that?
What's that?
Sorry to interrupt. What's cool about that is you can have like one or two main gladiators, and these are the ones that you'll be using to breed and build stronger bloodlines. You get as you breed, there are quality levels with the gladiators, and so that gladiator right there, it has a yellow box around it. Yeah. That's a rare gladiator. There's 2 levels above that, which is epic and legendary. And you get genetic stats that build up from one generation to the next. And so you can really develop some very powerful bloodlines. So that's really cool. And then what you do is because the tournaments focus on one generation for 3 weeks, you can actually in the first tournament of that generation just go all out, upgrade your gladiator as much as you can, go to the store, upgrade all of the gear. You can upgrade each individual piece of gear. It costs 100,000 gold for each upgrade. You can do an upgrade 5 times to each. Right now it costs about 200.
Let's try and step through some of that because you got lots of alpha there. So the first thing I guess is that people can join up their account. They can create their free gladiators. They can then go through the economy and they can go into quests, assets, and staking, and they can also fight AI. They can get resources. They can then go and craft their own custom resources there, or if they don't have time, they can go to the market and then buy resources. So you can buy gladiators off the market. They don't have any gear, or you can go buy the equipment, and you can also set the quality that you want from common gear all the way to the legendary. Everyone's always after the legendary, of course, especially the plate. And of course, you've got different gear on different tiers. So you got to make sure you're buying on the right tier there, and you can start buying. There's also a search folder as well. So that's basically the first basics to get your gladiator gear. Once you've got the gear, you can jump in there, go to your inventory at the bottom, double click the items, and they will put them inside the different 12 different slots that you've got, from helmet all the way through the chest plates and etc. like that. So that's basically the idea. Now, I wanted to get in some tips and tricks, which is leading towards where Jason was just talking about with some of the qualities, and that is that a gladiator will have 5 different qualities. And this is the first key thing. If you're wanting to do well in the tournaments, whether just middle placing for good prizes or at the top of the table, we're going to talk about that too. But the first thing you need to do with your gladiator to get it really strong is obviously you can try and get all legendary gear. So if we go to the market, we can show you that. So this is the red stuff, so swords and spears and shields, stuff like that. And you can tab through the different sheets there to see the different weapons up for grabs. This is the highest quality, and obviously you can filter by price as well, right? So if you want to buy,
you can also change the number of items that you see on each page next to the
down here,
the next buttons. So
so that one there,
helper thing.
Yeah, so you could do 100 per page. You can scroll down all the way down there and see all the legendary gear. That's kind of the top tier gear right now, right?
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome. So you can go do that, or you can go the next level down, which is epic gear, and that's in orange, right? All the epic gear is in orange. It's sort of the next level down in quality. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself really good gear for your gladiator. Come into your gladiator, and once you've bought that or crafted it, you can then just select on it and kit out your gladiator basically. So you can put on a shirt. You can see the shirt's now there. You can put on some boots. The boots are now there, and you just double click on those as well. You also go down the bottom here. You're also going to need your main weapons and some bandages and some food, because when you get injured during the fight, you need to use those to replenish yourself. Very important there. So that's kind of cool. That's the basic idea there. So the first thing, of course, is get yourself as good weapons as you can to rank up your weapons and your gear. The second tip would be to get your different qualities of your gladiator really strong. So the stamina, strength, speed, crit chance or critical chance, and agility. Are you able to explain that sort of second major tip for making your gladiator really strong?
Yeah. So stamina determines the number of health points, hit points that you have. That green bar. Strength affects how much damage you do with your attacks. Speed also affects that, but to a lesser extent.
Okay.
Speed influences how quickly your gladiator moves.
Okay.
It also affects how fast the cooldowns for the attacks process. So the more speed you have, the faster you can do attacks.
Okay.
And it also affects your dodge and parry chance.
Okay.
So you can dodge attacks, but and so that's like moving out of the way. But then there's parry, which you use your weapon to deflect the enemy's weapon. And then crit chance. If you get a critical strike, there's a % chance of getting a critical strike. If you do, there's an amount of damage that you do. That is so your chance to get a critical strike and the amount of damage that you do is dependent on your crit chance.
Okay.
But the damage that you do is also dependent on your strength as well.
Yeah.
And then your agility, that affects how quickly your energy bar goes up. So that yellow energy bar. It also affects your ability to dodge and parry attacks.
Okay, excellent. That was a fantastic breakdown. So every tier, every generation has 10 levels for those qualities.
Yes.
Yep. So
Yeah. So basically, take the generation of the gladiator and multiply it by 10. So if it's 1, the max you can train is 10. If it's 2, the max you can train is 20. And so what you're seeing there is you're seeing the combination of your trained stats, your genetic stats, and the stats that you get from your equipment.
Yeah.
But if you open up the card, you'll see it kind of split out for you.
So this is the formula for making a really strong gladiator, right? This one here, base plus genetic plus equipment.
Yep.
Yeah. So the base is what you need to get to for every level you need of your generation of gladiator. The base is what you need to get to all your different characteristics to 10, right? At the moment, this one's only 4, 5. So really, I would need to upgrade those to 10, 10 each, and this one here to 10 each as well. I can see my stamina's at 8, but I can add 2 more upgrades there. Now the genetic for level tier 1 for gladiator is just a 0, right? And equipment. So really, at generation tier 1 gladiators, I can upgrade those just by upgrading the buttons, and then equipment, I need to just get the best equipment as I can to upgrade those as well, right?
Yeah. And with the genetic stat, when you breed a gladiator, the quality of the gladiator will determine how many genetic stats you get. So you get whatever genetic stats were with the parents, plus whatever the quality level is. So if it's
this
common,
is breeding. This is breeding generation 2 or 3 or 4 as we go forward. At the moment, I could do this one here, a male, and that will pop in there. I can do a female here, and that would be 2 of them. And then I can click breed and name that gladiator, select the type, of course, name that gladiator. And then, of course, it will ask me to pay, give it a name. It will ask me to pay 50,000 Rome to do the breeding. And then I'll get a brand new gladiator at the next level, right? The next tier or the next generation of gladiator there. So in this case, these are 2 generation 1, so they'll create a generation 2, and then it would give me I'd be luck of the draw on what quality of gladiator I get.
Yeah, it's I believe it's the exact same probabilities with the gear. So common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. Obviously, legendary is the most difficult to get.
Yeah. Okay. Now, is there any tips here? Because I've got one that's fully kitted out 10s on my base stats. for all the qualities like strength and speed. This one here is much lower, but I do have one down here that's also got 10s, who's a female, and I could swap that out. Is there any advantage in doing that? So if I've got two really fully, I'm trying to click on that one, but let me. I've got two fully ones that have got 10s on all of them. I've maxed out the spaces. Is there any advantage in having two maxed out, or just need one?
Yeah. So your Generation 2 Gladiator can train all of their stats up to 20, all of their trained stats up to 20. But if one of the parents has a stat that's below 10, then the child Gladiator will have that stat. So if you have one Gladiator, the male has 10 stamina, the female has 7, then the child Gladiator will also have 7 stamina.
So this one here, for example, it's got 10 on the male, 7 on the strength there. So the next Gladiator, but it would next be the next level up, will have 7. Is that what you're saying?
And that's just starting. Yeah. So they'll start with 7. They'll still be able to go up to 20, just like any other.
But when I get the level 2 the level 2, the genetics might actually be really good. I might get a legendary, for example, right? Might be lucky, and that would give me a high. Yeah, so that would give an upside. Yeah. So there's quite a kind of cool sort of randomness there in the genetic pool. The genetic pool.
Yeah. It's fun, right?
Yeah. So the first thing, of course, we talked about it. You can create your gladiators for free. You can then get all the weapons. Get resources, crafting, buy them off the market, get weapons and all the gear that you need. You got 12 slots to fill out, and of course, legendary is the top of the line. That will get your equipment really high. And of course, but the second thing we said was to get your qualities up, which means upgrading all these qualities all the time. You can see here, this is just generation 1, but you can sort of see I can go to 10 on all of these, and I can click 7 there. And one of the tricks is that some people do is that they pay with Roam because it's 24 hours for every single upgrade of every level. So you've got 5 qualities, and there's 10 of each of them, so 50. And you've got to upgrade those. Now, as the higher you go, the more Roam will cost you, but that speeds it up. And a lot of people have done that, right? Bought Roam or got Roam and upgraded. And you can click on that button there, and it will pull up a card there, and you can upgrade that. And you've got to continue to upgrade until you've done that. So that is level generation 1. But if I go to generation 2, which is currently where most of the action is right now, there's still a generation 1 tournament, but you can actually go in and upgrade one of these. So I've got one here, stamina. This is on 13. Remember, I started off at 10, didn't I? So this is on 13. I can go to 20. I'm training that right now, and that would cost me 12,000 Roam at this level. So, and then I've got 7 more levels after that. Is that about right, Jason?
Yeah. You can go up to 20. You can speed up if you want to. A lot of people do that because in the tournament you can win $50, $100, $200, $300, $400, and you want your gladiators to be maxed out. The trained stat plus the genetic stat plus the stats that you get from gear determines what you go into battle with. So, you want to be maxed out.
Yeah. So just as a tip there, you can get your equipment, get your resources, or buy on the market, and you can get your equipment and upgrade that. Now, there's another thing you can do too, which we're going to talk about in a minute for equipment. Genetics, of course, is based on the breeding, and you can, if you get a legendary, you get 5 genetic points, don't you? If you get a common, you get 1 genetic point. Is that right?
I think you get 2 up to 6. So a common, I think you get 2. A legendary, I think you get 6. I could be misremembering.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then base, of course, you can do manually yourself. So you have a lot of control over equipment. You have a lot of control over the base, but genetics will just depend on breeding. So you'll have to breed, a number of characters potentially to maybe get an epic or a legendary, something like that. Just give you a little bit extra advantage. Yeah.
And something to keep in mind there is, so that stacks, the genetic stats, those will stack. So you really do want to get the highest quality gladiators that you can get because, once we're on generation 3, 4, 5, if you have been able to stack legendary gladiators when breeding from one generation to the next, there's going to be a big difference in the amount of genetic stats that you have versus somebody else who's been stacking common gladiators. So if they've been breeding common gladiators and their bloodline is basically a common bloodline, and you are over there with your legendary bloodline,
right? Yeah, it's a bit of an advantage.
Make a big difference.
Yeah. All right, so that's cool. So I think we've gone through some of the tips there that you can do to make it. So you get the best armor equipment that you can get. You get the best up qualities of your skills, so strength and speed. Your fighter's got strength and speed. Then on top of that, you layer the equipment over, so they've got the best sword and the best shield. That's going to start giving you advantages in the battling and tournaments, right? And then genetics is based on breeding. So people are hunting down to get a high breed, like a epic or a legendary, for example. And that will be, you can see the colors have all sort of decided, like this one here is a rare. This one here is, I think, a uncommon. This orange one is the highest one I've got here, which is a epic. But the red ones, of course, give you a little bit of edge there about the genetic advantages. So I think those are the two things there, equipment and so forth. But there's a little trick to equipment, isn't there? Should we talk about that?
There is. There's a very important trick that the top guys are taking advantage of that I don't think enough people are taking advantage of because they're kind of afraid of the cost. If you want to maximize your gladiator, so you go to the store and you can actually upgrade the individual gear. So right in the middle there, it says upgrade gear. That is actually very important. So that if you want to be at the top right now, you can win $400 this weekend. If you upgrade all of your gear the first weekend we have a new generation, then you can fight with that same gear for 3 tournaments.
Wow.
So, I mean, if you can win, all right, so basically, if you want to maximize your gear with the current cost of PLS, it'll cost about $224 right now. But if you can win $200 for 3 tournaments with that same gear, that's $600. So you're turning $224 into $600 over the course of 3 weeks of playing this game. And you're probably having a lot of fun too. And maybe you can make more than just that $600. So, I get that a lot of people are like, oh man, that's kind of a lot of money, $224. But you're making a lot more. I mean, you're making a lot of profit here. So if you want to be in the top, I mean, you have to do it because that's what the top guys are doing. So
the top guys are doing it, and I can tell you that firsthand. I put this helmet here. I've got an epic tier 2, and I put it in here for the upgrade gear. I click the preview button. Explain to me what's going on here with this preview. What I can click different qualities. We talked about that before, but am I optimizing these even more? Is that what I'm doing?
So the goal here is to kind of figure out your strategy, figure out what you're trying to do, how you want to do your battles, and you select the stats that you want to upgrade. You can upgrade every piece of gear that you have, every piece of armor and every weapon/shield that you have 5 times. You can upgrade each one 5 times. You can choose all stamina if you want. You can choose all strength if you want. Or you can choose a blend, do it however you want. I know some people are going for crit. Some people are going for stamina, different things. People are kind of trying to choose their own little strategy.
There are 4 different types of gladiators. There's people with 2 swords. There's a spear and a shield. Does that impact the qualities that you're getting? They're all got slightly different qualities because some people don't have any shield. You got 2 swords, you got no shield.
So it depends. So different people are trying different things. I mean, look, I wrote the code. I built it. I know a lot about it, but I don't know everything. So we've got some different people that are trying some different combinations to see what happens. And we actually have one guy, Rudolph, who is like really tweaking his gear to get the best he can out of it. And he is crushing me in those battles. So he's doing something right. you know.
So they're
I'm
really
not sure
exploring
exactly.
exploring the additional stuff that you can do. It's probably probably in the store a lot here, but also thinking about the type of gladiator they've got. Does it have much defense? Can I get that stronger? Those sort of things,
Yeah.
and so forth. So here I put this helmet in as an example of really trying to get upgrade, and I can preview the upgrade. I've clicked on stamina here. I already got strong stamina on this. So if I get out of this and I look at where I'm starting, I got 3 stamina, 1 speed, 1 crit chance, 2 agility for this helmet, right? And this helmet's just one of those 12 items that I need to be really strong.
Hmm.
And if on the equipment side of things, and remember that formula base plus genetics plus equipment. So it's just the equipment part of that formula to make myself really strong for the tournaments. And I can see I can choose to upgrade in there. So I've already got 3 stamina. If I go, it says 7 out of 12 stat points here. What does that mean? What can you explain that? What the?
Yeah, sure. So you can upgrade each piece of gear 5 times,
Okay, 5 times.
but different pieces of gear have different amounts of stats.
Mm-hmm.
So a common tier 1 item will only have like 2 stats. I forget the
Okay.
exact number. I think it's 2. It could be 3.
Mm-hmm.
But a legendary tier 2 piece
Okay.
of armor might have, I forget the exact number, but like 10 stats.
Whoa. Okay.
So they come with a different amount of stats, and so that's how you can kind of differentiate
Okay.
and why you want to get all legendary gear because there's more stats.
Mm-hmm.
Also, more armor or more damage, if you have
Yeah.
a weapon.
Okay.
But you can upgrade each piece 5 times, and so it'll tell you the number right there of how many more you have left.
Yeah, so that's this one here is an epic, so it's the second best quality gear. It's got these starting values, and I want to increase those so I can get extra strength overall for my equipment from the helmet side of things. Just one of those 12 items. So people got to upgrade all these different items of those 12 slots that we got. So I could make stamina stronger. How do I decide? Is there any way of thinking about that? Because if I have super strong stamina, or do I better off going for some strength and some crit because it's going to make my blows really, really effective? So I've got to make decisions there.
Yeah, that is up for debate.
Mhm.
People are trying different things. I honestly don't. I don't really know which one to go for
Mhm.
different strategies. Different gladiator types have different strengths and weaknesses, and there's different ways of building your armor with these different stats. I honestly, I don't know. I mean, that's something that's so fun about this game is that um, it is simple in some ways, but complicated in other ways. So you can really dig down into, like what does what exactly. If you
Mhm.
really want to start crunching some math,
So
this is fun
let's
for
say I
you.
decide to do strength because it's kind of easy. I want to get stronger at my blows and hopefully make more damage. I'm adding 1 point on for 100,000 gold. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
I can do it 5 times for this particular helmet that I've got, just as an example. So I can click
Yep.
that,
Yep.
right? So I can do that, and I can optimize that helmet if I so choose, and I can increase all the, some of these measures here. So it could become a pretty powerful helmet for at least for a epic, which is the second best quality. If I had a legendary course, it'd be even more super duper, and so on. So that's kind of cool.
So
So
speaking of
yeah,
legendary, if you don't have a legendary and you just want to create a custom legendary exactly the way that you want it, you can use the Fury Forge right there.
yeah,
You craft a custom legendary item. It will
mm-hmm,
have the stats that you want and it will be the tier that you want. It costs either 100 silver or 600,000 gold. The silver you get from being in the tournament. So on the tournament page where it says legendary gear for like
mm-hmm,
16 through 25, people that are placed 16 through 25, what you get is 100 silver. And you can come in here and craft a custom legendary item the way that you want it with
mm-hmm,
that silver. That also costs 600,000 gold. So if you don't want to wait to earn silver in the tournament, you can spend 600,000 gold and craft this
mm-hmm.
item the way that you want it. And then after that, I mean, if you're really trying to get into it, and right now first place wins $400. Maybe you could win $400 3 times. That's 1,200. So it very well might be worth going ahead and
And this,
crafting a custom item and then upgrading it as to the
so
max.
you could get yourself, if you haven't got a legendary gear, you could do it here. You can make it 600,000 gold, for example, or some silver if you got some in the tournament. And then you could take that item and then put it in the upgrade gear and get even stronger, right? And this is what the top guys are doing.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Now, obviously, you can go craft stuff with resources, and then you've got a random chance, right, of getting a good legendary gear. For example, if I went in here and I managed to craft one, you can see here I've got a tier 2 one here. Actually.
Nice.
So that's sitting there. That must be on one of my players, I guess. That there is sitting there, and that's got 61 defense, 2 stamina, 1 strength, 2 speed, 3 crit. So I could take that and I could take it off my player, first of all. I could come up to the store, and then it would show up here in my items if I took it off my player, and I could throw it in here, just like I did with the helmet here. I could just drag it in there, and then I could upgrade that 5 times for some of these different metrics and make it even more powerful. And then I could go back into the tournament and start smashing away at some of the big players. Well, hopefully.
Absolutely. And one thing that you mentioned that is important that I want to point out for people is there's more than one location where your item could be. Your item could be in your inventory, which is what comes up here on this page. And also, if you go to your player management page by clicking on the gold at the top and go down to the bottom, and you click on show items. That's your inventory. That's like your backpack if you're a gamer. But just because you don't see it there doesn't mean that you don't have it. It could be equipped on one of your gladiators. Or vice versa.
Yeah, so going back to gladiators, let me get rid of it. You got to tab off the gold wallet there, by the way, the backpack. But you come in here and you can see I've got a couple items on here already. So they're all on the player. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to show
you don't panic. It's not gone. Yeah. It's just you just have to find where you put it.
Yeah, so this is the Galactus I'm using. That's why I'm not showing it, because my competitors will be watching me, and I don't want them to see what I got on there. And it's going to be upgraded even more by the time we get to the tournament this weekend. I consider myself your average player, so I'm building my players up. I'm getting along the line, and so hopefully people can identify with me on the average. Then there's the real hardcore geeks that are out there really trying to etch it up to the top. And I'm slowly catching up to them. I'm slowly catching up. So
so our goal with the tournament prizes is we want to spread that money out. We want to incentivize the top guys, of course, but we also want to spread it out. So we want people to come in and have a good time. We want you to have fun, and it's not fun if you just lose and lose and lose and you lose all your money and all of that. So we're trying to spread the prizes around so people can come in, have a good time. Even if you lose, at least you can walk away break even. Or maybe you lost like $5, but you had a really good time. Yeah. Like this is a game. We want you to have a good time.
Yeah, I like that. It is a game, and it deserves a magical twinkle. All right. So at the moment, honestly, the tournament's gone up 80% from last week. It's fantastic, and what an opportunity on Pulse Chain that you've delivered to people. Especially where Pulse Chain is at the moment. Imagine when Pulse Chain takes off and the things, man, this is going to be absolutely awesome, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. And it's tournament number 5. So, 5 weeks on the belt, those notches are catching up. And that's the biggest thing, week after week, tournament after tournament. And now you've also got midweek stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's just quickly go through some of that stuff that we've just, some of the tips and tricks that, are going to help you get onto the tournament here and do well. So at the moment, there's still, just about a day and a half or so to go. And we've already got 9 people already registered for the Generation 2 or Tier 2 Gladiators. And they're all ready to go. We've also got Generation 1 battles on here as well. No one's registered there yet, but that I'll tell you what, there'll be plenty of people on that too. And the prize is up for grabs at the moment for Generation 2. You can see there, Generation 2 is $1,360. First player is $400. Second player, $300. Third place, $200. But 4th to 5th is $100. 6th to 9th place to $50. 10th to 15th is $10 each. And then 16th to 25th is legendary gear. So yeah, everyone's going to do well. Everyone's going to do well. So what a fantastic game to come on. I really like that, and you've increasingly designed it so that more and more people will do well. I like that. It really is cool. And then, of course, there's Generation 1 Gladiators that people can play. First place is $15, second place $10, and third place $5. And then fourth to 10th is all legendary gear. So that's the red gear that everyone's after. And that's pretty cool. So overall, $1,400 plus legendary gear. It is on the upwards. And I know that your vision is to continue to grow the tournament rewards. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. As more people come in and play, there will be more revenue in the game, and we're going to take that revenue and we're going to try and offer as big of prizes as we possibly can. We want a lot of people to come and play and have a good time. And, if you can make a little bit of money, then that's awesome. Some people are going to make a lot, but me personally, I try to kind of at least break even because it's a lot of fun. I mean, we get in voice chat and we have a good time. We share screens and we watch each other fight different battles and stuff. So, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's enjoyable. So at the very least, I just try to break even. So
yeah, so tell us. So I mean, there's awesome prizes now on Pulse Chain, and people get, the bigger the game gets, the bigger the prizes will get. So it's really fun. Number two is that it is a game. It's game. Everyone gets to play, and it's a lot of fun. And what's some of the experiences? Because you have in Telegram some sharing of screens, and you get a whole bunch of people in there during the tournaments, and it's really amping. Everyone's trying to fight each other. Tell us a little bit about that experience, because I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. People get in there and kind of give each other a little bit of a hard time. We're being nice. Like, this is supposed to be an enjoyable environment. So we don't want people that are being jerks. But we get in there and we give each other a little bit of a hard time, tease each other a little bit, just in fun. We'll battle. If anybody has questions, they can ask questions. We'll answer. We'll share the screen and kind of cheer and tease each other a little bit. We can also give each other some advice on how to fight with a particular gladiator type. It's in fun. I mean, look, it's a competition. People are trying to win money. But I mean, it's a game. We're trying to have a good time. And
look, I've only seen people in there just having fun. So it's really good to hear it from you. But that's been my experience too. So it really is a great environment. Community is number one, and the tone in there is so supportive and welcoming. As soon as you jump in there, people are offering to help. Welcome. How do you play? Here's how to play, and all that sort of stuff. So it's really, really cool. And this is why.
It's starting to get big enough now that I actually created a Discord. So we might have to actually start having some different voice chats for people to join, because it's starting to get a little bit too big to where people are talking over each other too much, just because there's so many people.
Yeah, that's exciting. So huge prizes up for grabs. Only week number 5, tournament number 5. And of course, it is the Fight for Glory, or the Battle for Glory is the title of Tournament 5, and it's starting in 1 day and 16 hours. So you've got plenty of time to get your gladiators up to speed in that time frame, which is really cool. Just one of the things, just quickly, some of the tips and tricks of what all the top guys are doing is they're getting their gladiators, they're kitting them out, so they're getting their equipment, trying to get legendary gear on all that. They can craft it or buy it on the market, and then they can upgrade it in the store. And we talked about that with the upgrade gear, and as well as forging legendary gear as well, and armor and shields, which is pretty easy to do. You just have to pick on the right weapon that you're after, or shield, select the right tier, and you can pay in silver or gold. Silver is earned in the tournament, so if you haven't done that, then you can just pay with gold, 600,000 gold an item, and I've done that myself, so it's pretty cool. And so it's looking good. The other thing, if you're new to fighting too, you can actually pay 20,000 gold for AI credits, which is a little tip as well to success, especially if you're early and new. Anything to say about that, Jason?
So that's an AI bot. It will help you to fight if you are new and you don't really know how it goes, but you want to participate in the tournament, or you just want to do some battles on the battle page to make a little bit of money. Use the bot, but at a certain point, it's better. Once you reach a certain skill level, it's better for you to just control, your gladiator yourself. So don't worry about using the bot. But we wanted to give people a chance. If you spend a bunch of time and money getting your gladiator geared up, it's a terrible feeling to then go be in the tournament and you just lose like 12 times in a row because you just haven't practiced enough yet. So we wanted to give people the opportunity to at least be competitive. And so what that bot does is it does the attacks for you. It doesn't move you around, and it does not use it doesn't use the bandage and food, but all of the attacks, it'll do those for you. But it's limited. At a certain skill level, you're going to be able to use your gladiator better than the bot can use it. So it's just kind of like training wheels, honestly. But I mean, I used training wheels when I was a kid.
Yeah. I can see we've got the tournament champ. Tournament champ is currently in the battlefield. It's not a tournament. These are battles that anyone can do any time of day, any time of week. They can set up their own battles. You can opt to go in or not. But we got the tournament champ in there right now, Brad, and he is looking powerful. Oh my goodness! So exciting times. Now there are other players, as you said, that are also up at the top tier that are giving him a good, bashing every so often, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I don't actually have a tier 2 generation available right now because they're all on quests. So I can't fight you, Brad. I know you're wanting to fight me, Ethan. There. So who wants the battle? Well, I can't really do that unless I put up a tier 1. I'm not going to do that against the mighty Brad.
So I could share.
That's pretty cool. Maybe you could share your screen and we'll do that. So let's.
Let me see.
But let's quickly go through that. So I just want to go through the tips and tricks. So let's think about what we've talked about today. You can get your wallet. You can get a DGN wallet as always. Put some pulse in. Then you go to the gold tab. It's kind of like your wallet and your backpack. You can buy gold. You can do 1 million or 100,000, even more. You can also withdraw your gold as well by hitting the claim earnings button. So that's your sort of in game there, your out game. You can use your referral, which is brand new, and you get a share of the gold that other people sign up with and use during the whole game, 5% for the first month. And then, of course, you can also show your items in there as well. So it's your backpack there. So once you've got some gold in there, you can go and play around with the economy, go to the markets, buy some weapons, all sorts of stuff. But what you can do is create your gladiators. They're nice and free. There are 4 gladiator types there that you can make, or you can go to the economy and buy gladiator. Now all the gladiators don't have any armor on them, so you're buying them what we call naked, basically, and so forth. And you can decide what's a good price there. Then, of course, we talked about the fact that once you've got your gear, you can get your resources, craft gear during the week, or you can just go and market buy it all, right? You can get equipment and slip by and go buy some of the good stuff there. You can either buy epic or legendary, and of course, you can kit out your stuff with all the best. And then, of course, if you want to upgrade those like the pros do, you can go to your store and throw those gears inside the upgrade gear and do that. Or you can come over first of all and forge yourself some legendary gear, armor, and shields there as well. And so pretty cool. So the game does use Pulse to get gold. It does use Roam token as well, which you can buy off the market to upgrade your qualities of your gladiator really fast. That's some of the cool stuff that you can do. So get the best equipment, increase your base, which is your qualities of strength, speed, and agility. Max those out as well. And then, of course, you can breed out for a generation 2 or buy them on the market as well. Is there anything I missed there in that summary, Jason, with some of the tips and tricks?
I think you covered it pretty well.
Yeah. So we're going to do more on this, of course. This is our first sort of show that we've done on tips and tricks, but we will do more in the future, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, grand prize, $1,400 this weekend for Tournament 5. Referrals are live, so you can share it with your friends and make some gold on the platform with that. And of course, if you follow some of the tips and tricks here, you'll be able to get really competitive with the middle and top tier of the game in terms of the tournament. And the tournament at the moment is it's down here. You just go to the tournament. Once you're ready with your Gladiator, you can choose your Generation 2 Gladiator or your Generation 1 Gladiator, and you can then sign them up. I haven't got any Generation 2 here at the moment, but once you do, you can register. It will take out, that's the wrong tournament there. This one here, 300,000 gold to enter the tournament, and it's 200,000 gold for the Generation 1 there. And you just have to select your Generation 2, which they're all on quests. So I haven't got that. And then join the listing. We've already got 9 people nice and early already, and we've still got a day and 16 hours to go before that tournament starts. There's a special tournament for Raid on Community right now, but apart from that, that is where we're at as well. All right, so we share your screen. I guess that's what we'll do. We're going to do this in proxy. Let's see what happens here. We're going to do it live. I don't know. Maybe we'll try to split studio, see if I can do it like that. Yeah, that works a bit better. Let me do that. Should we keep the fuzzy lines? I don't know. Let me just change that around a little bit. And I think that's good. It's cool. Let me see if this works. We've got to push that. Where are we going to push that down? All the way down to the bottom, do we? And bam! I think that works. I think that's your screen. Is that your screen? I'm pretty sure it's your screen. Oh no, it's not your screen. Let me hide my screen. Maybe it's my screen I got to hide. Let me move this around a little bit more. One more time. There. Where are we up to? There. Let me have a look. Is it your screen? Yeah, it is. All right, bam. Let's go. That is all right.
All right. So so this is just the regular battle page. There's a tournament page, but this is the battle page. This is constantly going on. You can fight at any time, 24/7. All you need is an opponent. So Brad here is queued up. He's a Retiarius, Generation 2. He's got 60 stamina, 76 strength, 72 speed, 27 crit, and 42 agility. Yeah. I have 53, 50, 47, 34, 34 stamina, strength, speed. He has a lot of stats. He has too much for me. So I don't think I actually want to fight him. I think I'm going to try a different strategy, and we'll see if anybody joins me. But so there's 2 options for how you use this battle page. There's max generation and max total stats. Okay. With max generation, you dictate the maximum of the generation of the gladiator that you're willing to fight. And so Brad has queued up, and he's willing to fight anybody Generation 2 or lower, which is his generation. So that's one way of doing things. So you kind of limit who you fight. You don't want to fight somebody that's way out of your league. It's not. That's not really a fun contest. A different way of doing it is max total stats. So the total stats I have for this gladiator, which is Crassus, is 218. So what you can do is you can set this up where you only fight somebody with 218 or less. That might limit your odds, and somebody else might not want to join you if they have less stats than you. So I added this variance right here field, which lets you add a few points, to give the opponent some leeway as far as what you're willing to fight against. And so I'll give the opponent a maximum of up to 30 extra points above me. And we'll see if anybody wants to join. So you just create the battle. The gold entry fee that I chose was 20,000 gold. And so you can see all that information here. So Crassus, Dimacary, Generation 2, Stamina 53, Strength 50, Speed.
Just scroll down a little bit there. Just scroll a little bit down on the screen. Hopefully it's up.
I actually cannot scroll down, but I can.
Just the scroll bar on the right there.
Does that help?
Scroll bar on the right.
Oh, yeah.
Presumably it's updating here on the stream.
It looks like it's actually frozen on the stream.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it might actually be frozen there. Yeah, not much I can do about that, I don't think.
wonder if I stopped sharing and started sharing again, if that would help
Maybe
it.
try that. Yeah, just one moment. Technical difficulties here with the stream.
All right.
All right, let's try that one more time.
Here, this one. That. Okay. Is
All right.
that?
See if that works. I mean, does that look like the way you've got it? Maybe scroll down and
It
see.
does not.
No. Okay, so it's sort of stuck. It
It's
seems
different.
to be stuck there, not updating. I don't think I can do much about that. Let me have a look here.
I wonder if I actually share my entire screen instead of.
Maybe that's the issue. Yeah, maybe that's the issue there.
Yeah, let me try. So I'll share the whole screen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at the code. You're not allowed to see the code or the sprite sheets.
Maybe.
Are you able to see this now?
Yeah, we can see that now. Just if you want to full screen that.
All right. All right. So we just need an opponent to show up.
Zoom on a little bit, maybe helps too. I don't know it should be fine once people join the game. It should be full screen.
Yeah. Is it not full screen for you right now?
Well, no, I can see the full screen. It's just it's a bit small on the print there. But if I full screen, it's okay. It's okay. All right, Brad, are you out there? Are you willing to challenge Crassus here? Is Brad out there watching the challenge?
He can't fight me because his stats are over this 248 limit.
Yes,
so he'll have to fight me with a different gladiator, one that's a little bit closer to where I'm at.
Come on, Brad. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys.
There we go. Okay.
We won't have the sound, unfortunately, but there is sound, guys.
Let's see. I can unmute it. I don't know if that'll work.
No, it doesn't work. Yeah, there's only one way for me to bring sound. Anyway, let's watch the battle. So you're actually pretty fairly matched from the looks of it, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking pretty close.
Let me just move this down a little bit so people can see the bloodshed. There we go. So there are you got your quick strike, which is the button number 1. Button number 2 is front kick, which is very powerful. Number 3 is wounding. Number 4 is sort of a shield attack, I think. Number 5 is the execute. Only happens when you're winning and they're down at 10% of their life, I guess. And then you got 6 and 7 second wind and battle cry. And then number 8 and 9 are your bandage and your food. You're going to need that if you're getting wounded to get healed. Very important.
Yep. Yeah, and there's strategies with all of this. So he's probably going to start trying to avoid me at some point because he's building up bleed damage on me. That's part of his strategy against me. My strategy is just attack as much as I possibly can.
Well, it's working in your favor at the moment because Brad's in trouble right now. You're looking good, and I know you've probably healed yourself, but he's just healed himself.
Yeah.
So you're still ahead even after the healing.
Yeah.
So
I think he might have taken a piece of gear off or two. I don't know because he had to hit my max stats that I was willing to fight somebody against. So he might have had to take a piece of gear off.
So right now, Jason, the founder here on screen, is fighting the tournament champ for the last couple of weeks, and Brad, and he's actually winning. He's doing Smashdown. Oh, it's close now. He's healed himself. Oh, now Brad's taking the lead there. Oh, the game is on.
Close. No, come back here. He's doing his strategy.
Yeah, so sometimes when people back away from you, they're winning because they're bleeding you out, and so
he's bleeding me out is what he's doing. You can see in the top left, my bleeding damage is twice what his.
Yeah. Keep focused, Jason. AKA Crassus is your name.
Yeah.
Keep focused. Oh man, there we go. It's double X, and he started off pretty even. So I mean, just got to keep focused there.
Man.
Any healing? You're out. No, you're out. You only get 3 times to use your bandages.
No.
Oh, you lost defeat, and you lost 20,000 gold too at the same time.
I did.
There we go. And you also lost some glory points or whatever it is. So
I did.
Yeah.
Some
So there we
glory.
go. That was awesome, though. That's a great way to finish the show. Your death on the battlefield. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That is it. So that's pretty awesome. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show. It's an hour and 25 minutes. We're going to wrap up in a minute. But if you guys haven't joined the show, definitely join up. On X, the link to the game is below the video in the comments, so you can join up straight away. And I do encourage you, as you join up, to get into Telegram as well. We do have the Telegram link as well here, so definitely join up to that. But that is the link there to join. If you're also on YouTube and that, you can get it out of the chat there as well, and do that. So we've got another game on play. We've got one more game to play out.
It's trying to take more of my gold.
Do join Telegram. There's Telegram right there as well.
Man, freaking Brad.
Another battle with Brad. Now you got to win this one. We're going to keep silent here, and
try.
You can do the commentary as you brutalize Brad.
Well, so I actually am talking with an artist who is going to create some sprite sheets for this character that I have. I'm gonna check things out with him, see how it goes. Hopefully, he can make some really good sprite sheets, which will make these animations look really cool. It'll improve. I think it'll improve the quality of these battles a lot if they all have more. Just like really cool animations.
So that's animation's going to be improved over time with more actions, fighting, and stuff. It's already pretty good. It's already pretty fun, but it's going to get better and better. And that's the one cool thing that you're doing, Jason, is you're rapidly adding new features and innovations, and I know everybody loves that. So, Brad's getting the beat down now. Oh, it's a beat down.
He
doesn't like to lose. Oh, he did use the recovery mode. Some food and bandages there.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
So it's battle on.
It can be a challenge to keep track of everything that's going on and hold a conversation.
What's the green again? What is the green button at the top?
So the green at the top, that's the health bar.
Health bar.
The yellow bar is the energy bar, and then the red bar is the fury bar. And I've actually been talking with the team about another action we can add to the gladiators to burn down that fury bar. So we're actually going to be adding another action in the near term that will be individualized to each gladiator type.
Okay, great. Right. Well, it looks like you're smashing him on this one. Oh my gosh, the massacre. Brad's getting you just bet the tournament champ. Woo! That's
all
awesome.
Right. I'm the new tournament champ.
I think that's probably a better place to finish. Well done. So there we go. That is it. What a great place to finish. So anyway, guys, you're watching, join up on X on YouTube. That is the link there. Gladiator Games, and get your own referral code. They're brand new out now. You get a share of the gold, 5% for the first month. So definitely do that. And then secondly, also join up to Telegram there. That's where you're going to be able to get in the community and get all the latest stuff. And everyone is super helpful, aren't they, Jason? Everyone is super helpful there.
Absolutely.
So it's
The goal is to bring as many people in to have fun with this game as possible. So just jump in the chat. Say
all
hi.
Right. Say hi, and we'll see you there. So join up today. Don't muck around. All hail the Empress is Great Dango. And it's been a fun time. Great Dango says, so happy the game is on Pulse Chain. Yeah, it is awesome. And $1,400, guys, in prizes. So definitely register for the tournament. Don't wait about. Get in there and get ready to go. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the tips and tricks. 90 minutes of really solid alpha in the show. And a special thanks to Jason for jumping in.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, and it's been a lot of fun. And I hope you guys join us and have a good time.
Yep, awesome stuff. So let me do this. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye out. Final words from me. See you later. And final words from Jason. Fight.
You guys in the arena.
Yeah. We'll see you for Tournament 5, guys. $1,400 up for grabs. Get in there. Get yourself a player. The players are free. And, kit them out and, start having fun there. That's all I can say. All right, take care. Bye for now. See you next time.
Gladiator games. Fight for glory. Fight for survival.